Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Skookum Milling. This is the next video in the series about repairing our old case tractor here that we're going to use for moving logs and what have you, and for general purposes. So as I mentioned before, there's something going on with the motor. It's missing real bad. It's smoking. Number one cylinder appears to be misfiring, not firing at all. This is a 188 four-cylinder case diesel. And yeah, we're just going to dig into it. I've never worked on a diesel before, so this is all new to me. What I have done so far was I checked to make sure I didn't have any bent push rods. I checked the valve lash clear across all the cylinders. I did replace the injector in the number one cylinder, and that didn't make any difference. So it's smoking pretty good. It didn't used to do that, and but I am not getting any water mixed in with the oil or oil mixed in with the water. So that's a good sign, I think. It's kind of making a bit of a knocking noise and seems to be from higher up in the motor. So I don't know, we're gonna just kind of experiment with it, dig into it slowly and see what we can find. First thing I'm gonna do, I'll fire it up here in a minute and so you guys can listen to it and see the smoke. And then I did buy a new oil pressure gauge and a new temperature gauge. I probably will install both of those just to make sure that, because I'm getting a 50-pound oil pressure reading on the existing gauge on it, but it's pretty old. I'm a little suspect about the gauge, so I want to put a new one on and check it. 50 seems kind of high to me, so not sure. And then engine temperature never seems to really get hot, but the temperature gauge doesn't work at all on it, so I'm going to put a new one on it. I'm just going to hang them off the side of the motor externally just so I can visualize everything, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, so hang on and we'll get this thing fired up and we'll go from there. Well, I ordered a couple of new gauges from Amazon. I got a new oil pressure gauge and I got a new water temperature gauge. So like I said, I'm going to just hook those up externally. The oil pressure gauge, of course, connects right down here. Let me see if I can get you in here to it. Probably not. Sorry about this. It's way down in there. You can barely see it down below the primary fuel filter. And then the temp sender connects on the other side of the motor. So we'll get those plumbed in, and then we'll fire things up and see what we get. Okay, there's our temp sending unit location. I'm just gonna try to pull that one out quick and try to swap the new one in without hopefully getting drenched here. Hopefully it won't take much. It's like the fittings are the same. It got me. There we go. Slow this down. There, got that all swapped out. So we'll just snug that up a little bit. In there. Like so. Okay, that takes care of the temp sender. Now we'll move over to the oil pressure sending unit. Okay, so we got the oil pressure gauge hooked up now. Got the engine temperature on the other side. We'll go ahead and fire things up here. You guys can listen to it. And yeah, let's see, actually I think I'll put the muffler back on first. Just set it up there so it's not quite so loud. And we'll see how she sounds, and you'll be able to hear what it sounds like, see the smoke, and let me know what you guys think, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's see what happens here. Should start up. See if our temperature gauge more what I would expect. Seems to be nice and steady. So, I don't know. I'm not going to let it run much longer. All right, everybody. Well, yeah, I don't know. That didn't really give me any help in diagnosing this thing. I never could get that temperature gauge to come off the peg. It starts at 130 degrees, and I just shut it off after like 10 minutes, and I can literally hold my hand on the side of the block, and it's nice and warm. It's nowhere near, I don't know, it's not even 100 degrees yet. And the oil pressure stayed nice and steady. It's off now, of course, but it never dropped below 30 pounds. So I don't know what to think of this thing. I don't know. Guess I got to just start tearing into it. I'll post this. I'll do some research before I get carried away. And then I think it's probably time to tear into it, because it's no good to me this way. So I got to find out what's going on with it so I can get it resolved. So, hey, once again, thanks for tuning in to Skookum Milling. I appreciate it, and you know, I hope that you guys will enjoy this as we tear into this old beast and get it resurrected. And I'll appreciate any help that any of you can offer to me. Comments, anybody's got experience with these old cases, and we'll see if we can get this thing going. So, okay, thanks a lot. Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. All right, thanks everybody.